Thanksgiving in the States is a cool holiday for me. I love it. And it's great for many of you, and it struggles for others, and I get all that. But although Thanksgiving is an American holiday, the idea of giving thanks and having gratitude is not at all uniquely American. And I think really every major religion or philosophy has some notion of giving thanks. You give thanks before you eat. You give thanks after something happens. You give thanks, you give thanks, you give thanks. And I get it. I dig it. And I think it was so easy for me most of my life to overlook that and the power that actually comes from gratitude. And I've found in my travels that it is a superpower. It's a secret weapon. It's whatever you want to call it. By being someone who is grateful, I have found ways through things that I'm not sure I could have made it any other way, or I'd have been able to come out on the other side with as well as I have. And so, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys today a little bit about gratitude and what it's done for me. And maybe you've got similar stories or different ones or whatever, but it took me a while. I didn't, I grew up, and I understood it and we gave thanks and all those things, but it took me a while into my adult life till I realized it's not just something you do. It's how, it's how you feel. So obviously it's easy to say, but it's more than just an act. Have a state of gratitude and to operationalize gratitude is not, you have to be deliberate. It's just not not that easy or obvious for me anyway. And maybe it's different for you, but I want to share a little bit about what I've done with gratitude, what it's done for me, and kind of all of that, if in hopes that it may be of value to you. So we can start right off the bat with my family. I mean, we try to be grateful as much as we can. Anybody who has teenagers or tweens or whatever probably get well, that's dumb and that's stupid and everything's dumb and everybody's, an idiot and all this stuff. I don't know whether you guys have that. I hope you don't. Maybe it's just unique to my kids, but, this teachers did this dumb thing and there's this dumb thing and nobody likes this. And I've found one of the antidotes to that is gratitude, but I can't tell you it eradicates it. I don't know. I don't have any answers there. Maybe you got some answers for me. But we do try to lean on what we're grateful for in family. And I think that was an easy one. That's kind of, a lot of families do that. If they don't do it on a daily basis or even every meal or whatever you're doing, I think you certainly do it at times and you take moments and you share that. And so, we'll be doing that at Thanksgiving with extended family as well as our own family. But I think when you move that out to business, that's where things sometimes, well, now we're professional, so we don't have these types of conversations maybe. And I got to tell you, in our business, I can't tell how many years ago. It was a long time ago. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a heck of a lot longer we've been doing it than not. Let's put it that way. We've been at this for 20 years. I'd say every bit of 15 plus. This has been a key component of our model, and that is gratitude, to the point where almost every meeting, not every meeting, sometimes we're moving here or there, but I'm telling you that the lion's share of our gatherings, not just ones I'm in, across the company, there is an engagement of gratitudes of what's going on good, what's happening in your life. And yes, of course, there's a lot of business gratitudes. Oh, this customer did this and we helped them out, or oh, this guy helped me, or this gal did this, or whatever, all the things that you would expect in a company where if you force this exercise comes out. But also the personal stuff and what's happening in someone's lives. You hear about what their kids are doing or how somebody just came through a health thing or something super silly or small or whatever. It's all over the map. But it sets the tone for a team to be able to have a discussion. When you start with gratitude, it just changes things. I've had so many people come to me through the years that have worked here and have said, hey, I really appreciate the gratitude, the focus on gratitude. It's not only helped me here at Mountain Leverage, but it's helped me in my life. And I always love that. I mean, I guess if you're gonna share something with somebody or rub off or give something to somebody, if it's gratitude, I guess that's a win. So I've really appreciated that. But I think it's easy as a younger business person or older, whatever. I mean, as you're starting, That's just not standard fare when you're running a team or a business or whatever else, or on a team in any way to like say, hey, let's talk about what we're grateful for here. It's so easy to only focus on, all right, here's this wall. Let's run through it. Here's this thing we got to do. Let's fix this. Everybody good? Yep. Let's go. Who's doing what? And you roll. And there's time for that. Don't get me wrong. But I think I just want to break down the notion of that. I mean, we are all humans. We've talked about that. We're humans in an organization working with other humans in their organizations. And so to lose one of the most fundamental pieces of being human, which is being grateful for what you have, to not be able to share that in the business setting or an organization setting, I think we're hamstringing ourselves. So that, again, that's me. Your mileage may vary, but we found it to be great. And in fact, we did an experiment. It's been many years ago, and we've tried it a couple times since. I've never quite captured the magic of it, but let me tell you, it was magical. And it was a Thanksgiving exercise. So come the first day of November, I believe, I'll have to look at the details of this, but I believe I think it was every day. Maybe it wasn't every day, but we had folks just sharing. What the point here? Let me get to the point of it. The point was to share with customers, partners, suppliers, whoever you interacted with on a regular basis or any time throughout the year, to not just send them a thank you kind of thing like we do, but a true, genuine gratitude. Not in a way we're hoping we get something out of it or anything like this. Really strict about that. I'll have to pull up the text. Maybe I'll share it sometime on LinkedIn or something. But it was really just, hey, I want to thank you. You've been awesome. Thank you for whatever. You can be specific. Sometimes it's best to be specific as opposed to just thanks for being awesome. I mean, but whatever, that's fine too. But thank you for all the times you've stepped in and done this awesome thing with this kind of attitude or whatever else, right? And I said, hey, would you guys please, when you get any kind of feedback, just share it for all of us to share in. I'm telling you, that was such a cool experiment. It was magic. The stuff we got back from customers and partners and suppliers and all that, was just really cool. And we have, like I said, we've yet to capture that yet. And every time I'm already we're well into November when I think about it. You don't have to wait till November. You can do it any day. But it just captured the spirit at that moment. And it was just so cool. And I would encourage, if anybody, if you're sitting here hearing this, I'll try that. I would encourage you to try it. It's really neat. But it's so important that it's not a sales tactic. It's so important. It's not a quid pro quo, right? You're going to send it out and you're expecting something from somebody. It's truly just share with folks how grateful you are for them. And that's it. It was a cool challenge, and the team embraced it, and it was awesome. So anyway, those are the kind of things. I mean, again, if you've hired well, you've got people who are going to appreciate that. And I should take it back. I should say hire well. Maybe if you hire for folks that appreciate that, it's going to be powerful in your culture. Because maybe in your organization, hiring well means different. And so I don't want to assume that. But for us, if we've hired people who are culturally aligned to what we're trying to do, and we embrace gratitude across our organization, we are a better team. We're a better company. And then again, that's talk about a catalyst for flourishment, just across the board. So all right. So that's business. We've talked about family. We've talked about business. Now you talk about in your community. And this one, I think this one's a sneaky power, superpower, secret power, however you want to call it, secret superpower, if you will. So much. I mean, you get on any social media site in your community, or you go to any community meeting, or you have any conversations, the local brew, whatever, about what's going on locally, and what do you hear? Well, so-and-so is stupid about this, or they're corrupt here, or this dumb thing. I don't know why they did this. There's just so much of that. And I could go on, right? And you've seen it. Maybe you're part of it. I don't know. We all can be tied into that. I get it, or pulled into it. But that whole stuff is a hard place to start from when you're trying to do anything in your community. For me, if I start there, I'm already got my hackles up. It's like waking up first thing in the morning, getting slapped in the face. Like, okay, I've just been slapped in the face. Now I'm angry. I'm ready to go. It feels like that. So I have found, even in the toughest of moments, I've tried to, even with some of the people who are the most challenging to work with, or have such a terrible track record, or maybe they are just sitting there taking a paycheck and they have zero interest in leadership. Maybe they're just there because maybe their dad or mom were in that position before and they're riding on the coattails of that name. Maybe a candidate died and they have the same name and they put their name in and now they're the official in your town. Who knows, right? But I have found finding ways to be grateful. So, hey, they're here. I mean, it could be started as something simple as that. But once that gratitude train gets rolling, it's easy to put more and more things on it. And then it's also, I found for me, I just got a different vibe, man. And so then when I'm engaging with folks in our local community and I've got this, I'm on the gratitude train when I'm talking to them, boy, it just changes everything. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to, change the world. Well, I mean, yeah, we are. We are. If we were all grateful and we started from gratitude, we would change the world. So let me take that back. But in your one interaction with one person at home, in your community, you still may not be able to get the thing that you think your community needs or whatever else, but you will have moved the needle a little bit. And I'm pretty confident about saying that. I think you'll have moved the needle. It's just everybody can be a critic, as Roosevelt said, and it's easy to be the critic, but to be a person who can find gratitude and then drive towards things, that matters. And I'm not saying ignore things that are wrong. I'm not saying that, or blissfully, go around, walk around like blissfully ignorant to what the challenges are. But I just think starting from that place of gratitude is good, and then revisiting it throughout. And so that's why I go back to what we do at Mountain Leverage. We've operationalized gratitude. We really have. We weaponized it, for that matter, and not in a I say weaponized. It sounds like you're taking something good and bending it for your will against the world. It's not that. But if we just said, oh, we're grateful people, and we are, that's fine. But truly operationalizing it, and I don't mean something from corporate down on high, and not yeah, that was for me, of course. And so you could say it was from corporate down on high, if you will, from the CEO down or founder or whatever you want to do it. But I didn't just jam it in people's face. I said, let's try this. Let's see how you feel about this. Let's do this. And played it out for years. And now it's part of who we are. I mean, you come here as a new person. That's one of the things that kind of maybe surprises you, how much we talk about gratitude here. But it don't take long, man. And that's just part of who you are here. And so I don't know. So I'm offering that notion as I'm looking down the path and I see Thanksgiving right around the corner. There's lots you can talk about with this holiday here in America. But again, I think the notion of gratitude goes well beyond America, well beyond our current generation, and well beyond the things we do on a daily basis. It allows you to connect with the world and the people around you in a way that without gratitude, that's unavailable to you. So anyway, that's been my mileage. I hope that you find ways to be grateful. There's lots of exercises. You can get up in the morning and write your 5 gratitudes. I did that for years, and that's kind of cool, or off and on for years. That's kind of a cool exercise. That takes no time at all. Sit down, right? Hey, here's 5 things I'm grateful for. It just starts smiling. It's kind of crazy. If you're a person of prayer or meditation or affirmations, whatever, all those are moments to be grateful. I try to take quiet moments. When I say quiet moments, I'm talking, like a 10-minute, a 5-minute, a 30-second between meetings, whatever it is. And I see something I'm grateful for. Whether it could be a plant in the hallway, it could be. I know I'm starting to sound. I get it. Trust me, I get what this probably sounds like. But I don't know, man. Just making sure you're attuned in a feel of gratitude. It's different. It's different, man. So anyway, hopefully it's helpful to you. I wish you the most gratitude as you're going through your life. I'm sure no matter, and I'm not downplaying the challenges we all have. We all have them, some more than others, and I get all that. They're not an equal playing field. But all of us can find things to be grateful for. And so I hope you can find some things right now in this moment, and certainly some things moving forward, whether you're in America here to celebrate Thanksgiving or you're anywhere else around the world. I hope you're grateful, and I hope you're flourishing.